Hey guys, got another video for you guys today. This time I want to talk about Granola, and not about his power or anything like that. This is more about Granola's character, because I feel like I've seen a lot of people say that they don't really like granola, or it's kind of like half and half. So some people like granola, some people don't, and some people are like, I don't really know. And they're saying like he doesn't make sense, or like people are telling him like, hey, you need to work with the Saiyans because they're not the ones who actually destroyed your planet and stuff. People are misunderstanding Granola and calling him a crybaby and all this stuff like that, where that is not the case here. Granola's character is actually pretty deep, but people are looking at it on a very surface level, and I guess it's not being spoon fed to them, so they don't really understand why Granola is the way he is and why he's so hell-bent on destroying the Saiyans. You're talking about a guy, okay, so for example, the Saiyans are in a very similar predicament as Granola. The only thing is with Granola literally has no other people around him. When Planet Vegeta was destroyed, Vegeta and even Goku, even though at that time he didn't know he was a Saiyan, but let's just go with Vegeta. Vegeta, he had around him, canon-wise, not going off the old Bardock, the father of Goku stuff or anything, just going off Toriyama's Dragon Ball Minus stuff that was in Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie. Vegeta had, okay, so we include Vegeta as a survivor, so that's one. We have Radish there, that's two. We have Nappa there, that's three. And then they have two other Saiyans that's with them, so that makes five. And then if you toss in his brother, who is canon because they mention him in that same scene, Turbo, that's six. And then you add Goku in there, that's seven. And then you add, well, you could say Broly and Paragus is there but nobody knew it. But those are the ones that we knew about, right? So I mean, by the time they meet up with Goku, there's only three of them left. Well, four including Goku and not including Gohan. Just saying that, like, full-blooded Saiyans, right? But Granola doesn't have any of that. The only thing he has there is a Nanekian, Manito, and a bunch of other creatures that he don't know. Like he knows them, but they came to his planet. They're not native to that planet. So they're the only two natives there. And think about it as a person. Granola, to his knowledge, the Saiyans were wiped out. They no longer exist. So in his head, they're all gone. Those are the people he remembered last on his planet that wiped out everybody that he knew, his family, his friends, any of that. It was all wiped out by the Saiyans. That's what he saw. And and somebody comes to tell him, yeah, the Saiyans are dead. Their whole planet got destroyed by a meteor. So that was the lie that was told, and somehow nobody put a rumor out that Frieza just destroyed them. But anyway, that's what he was told about the Saiyans. Now we get to Frieza. He finds out that Frieza is also dead. He knows he's not strong enough to fight Frieza at some point, but he might have been working on it. He might have been working out or something like that. Like, one day I'm gonna cross paths with Frieza and I'm gonna kill him. This is, because Granola, I don't know how old Granola is. I think they said he was like pretty much around the same age as Goku and Vegeta or something like that. Like, he's close to that age, right? So he might be a little bit older than them, but not by much. And so at that time, he might have still been working on getting stronger. Like I said, because we do see that Granola has some combat ability. He's not a full-blown warrior, but he can defend himself, right? So while he's still working on trying to get stronger, he hears Frieza's dead. So he has nobody to get revenge on. I mean, he's like, I can't get revenge for my people. So he just kind of does the bounty hunter thing, and he don't really focus on gaining any strength or getting stronger or anything like that. So he does that for years. All of Dragon Ball Z go by, and we get all the way up to the point in Super where Goku and Vegeta meets Granola. And this is where he's made the wish, and the heaters tell him like, oh, Frieza's back, and the Saiyans are back, and you can get your revenge on them. And he's like, for him, he's like, I've been waiting for this. I've been dreaming of this. This is what I've been waiting for. And people, you have to understand that when that's all you've thought about for the longest time, that's the only thing you can remember thinking about, the thing that you wanted the most, and it finally happens for you, and you finally you know a way to actually even make it happen, because you don't have the ability right now at that instant to do anything about it. These are two things that he had lost. He had lost the ability to even have a chance to fight the Saiyans and kill them and get revenge for his people, or fight Frieza and kill him and get revenge for his people. And now you bring that back to him. After all these years, you bring that back to him. Of course he's going to go crazy, and he's not going to want to hear, oh, these aren't the Saiyans that did it, so you shouldn't hold that against them. No, to him, he's like, no, I have to get rid of these guys, because I don't care what it is, their ancestors killed my ancestors. It sounds really familiar, but that's pretty much what's happening here. And then with Frieza, he's like, I have to kill him too, because he's the one who ordered everything. He's the whole reason that they even did it. So he's like, I got to kill the head, and I got to kill the ones that carried out that. So, and you got to think, like I said in one of my other videos, like in Granola's head, Frieza is the strongest guy in the universe. He still goes off the same notion that people think about. For some reason, news don't travel in Dragon Ball, but he still thinks about Frieza like everybody else does. Frieza is the strongest being in the universe, because they don't know about gods of destructions or angels or any of that stuff. They don't know about any of this. They just know Frieza, and they know Frieza was taking over planets without any issues. Like Frieza, no, you're not touching Frieza, right? So he wished to be the strongest. He could have wished his people back if he really wanted to. He could have been like, oh, I just want my people to come back. I want them back on the planet or something like that. He could have made that wish. Instead, he is so ate up in his own desires and what he thought that he literally wished to be the strongest in the universe. Not stronger than Frieza. Not that he that might have even been an option for him. Like that might have been an easier wish for that dragon to grant without him pretty much losing his entire life to make this wish happen. But he could have just wished, hey, I wish to be stronger than Frieza, and then go kill him, because then he knows, hey, I'm stronger than Frieza now. But he's like, no, I'm just going to guarantee and say I'm the strongest in the universe, because to him, Frieza's the strongest in the universe. So that's how ate up he was in what he want, and still is. That's why he gets rid of Oatmeal in the previous chapter. He threw him away because he's like, I don't need you trying to talk sense to me about I should be friends with these guys. I should hear them out and stuff. I've been waiting for this all my life. I've been waiting to kill these Saiyans and kill Frieza for the longest time. So I'm not going to sit here and let you persuade me into being your friend and being their friend. So he gets rid of him. He's like, I don't need your support anymore anyway. I'm already strong. I'm the strongest out here. So I need a robot telling me what to do for it. So he gets rid of him. But, I mean, that is pretty much Granola's beef. That's pretty much why Granola acts the way he has, and that's what people are not understanding about his character, is that it's super tragic, and people look at it as this surface level thing, and they complain about how Dragon Ball falls into the same tropes of people wanting to be friends with Goku after they fight him and stuff. Granola's not doing that. Granola is actually breaking the mold a bit. I mean, it's kind of like Moro. Moro actually broke the mold a little bit by not taking Goku's offer, by not doing any of that stuff. He didn't want to be Goku's friend. He didn't want to train. He didn't even care to fight. He literally was doing stuff because he was hungry. And that was like his whole thing. Like, he was like, I just get stronger because I eat. Like when I eat people energy, it's just a side effect, because I'm just hungry. I'm just hungry out here, and I just want to eat, and I don't really care about these things, so I'm just gonna eat them. Like, I'm gonna eat the energy. But Yeah, I mean, people just need to really understand the characters and really look at their situations and not just go off like, oh, why is he doing this? Like, come on, they're telling you they didn't do this, and it's not one of those things where, yeah, they could have said it sooner and then that would happen. It didn't matter to Granola. That's the thing. It doesn't matter if they tell him, hey, we don't work for Frieza or anything. He's not going. He hasn't. He knows this already. He already knows these guys don't work for Frieza. He knows that in his head. Even if he wants to believe it, he knows that to be true. That these guys don't work for Frieza. These guys are on their own. They're just Saiyans out here living their life, and they might have not had anything to do with my people getting killed. But he doesn't care because to him, it's just like it's pretty much like baby Vegeta. I don't care if you're the ones who did this to my planet or not. I mean, for him, it was more of a grudge thing because King Vegeta was shown doing that stuff. But that's it's kind of the same thing where it's just like I don't care. You have the blood in you, you gotta go. But that's my thoughts on it. That's what I noticed about Granola. You can let me know if you agree with this, if I'm wrong in any way. Let me know in the comments below. If you made this far, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys comment and subscribe if you like.